Okay. Huh, it works at the end. Maybe you could use it to douse for chocolate.
I believe this is. Yeah, those are a pair of D4s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Strange markings on those.
Mm-hmm. You have to be able to count separate swirly thingies.
Yes.
No, I don't know what else to call it.
Well, I've learned to do triangular pips, so I guess it isn't that much different.
Mm-hmm. All depends whether your mind is more comfortable with Klingon or whatever alien species this is from iconography.
Let's see.
Yeah, I thought I was doing pretty good
Isn't
just to
that
find my
the-
books.
4 elements?
Not by any system I know of.
Oh,
I mean,
because that looks like fire.
the one that's just the 3.
Mm-hmm. That to me looks like air.
With a single swirl. Okay.
But you're right. 2 and 4 don't. They're just swirls. So
If I had to, I'd figure the 2 that look kind of like a yin yang symbol as water and the 4 as earth, but that is a dubious attribution.
It gives me a stronger appreciation of Big Jules line from Guys and Dolls. I remember where the spots are.
Okay, and I actually remember it from I forget the character's name, but Threepenny Opera, which is basically the same thing.
Oh well, if I'd known the plot of Threepenny Opera is pretty much the same as the plot of Guys and Dolls, that seems like it'd make it easier.
Guys and Dolls is based on Damon Runyon's novels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, short stories and newspaper articles mostly. Whereas Threepenny Opera predates his books by, well, the original goes back to the early 19th century.
Right.
Although I'll admit there are similarities.
So, we are back in Morgansfort. Because we decided to abandon the dungeon in the middle.
because we never remember in the middle where exactly we were.
Yes.
Right.
It was a choice made based on having a long break until the next session, rather than on what the characters would necessarily do.
A little.
A concession to the meta.
Yes.
Sorry to bring something I'm not sharing, but these are gluten-free.
Okay.
I don't mind.
If anyone
Anyone
really
one.
likes lemon ginger shortbread.
There we go.
That's better. Still a little soft. I need to clean the camera lens or something. It's acceptable. Alright.
Well, you don't want to try and clean the lens while you're
These are the
streaming live.
essentials. We don't need those right now. Blank character sheets. We don't need those. I was thinking I might. We're dealing with convention. those.
So, given that it has been a very long time since we last played, and
Yes,
that last time we played we were not streaming,
that is true. Hello, Laurel.
For-
Laurel says hello.
for the benefit
How are the
of
twins doing?
The Twins are playing the Mets right now. I don't know what the score is, but Laurel probably could answer that question.
Friends of mine are making noises like the twins are not doing well.
So at one point they were 11 games ahead and had won 2 out of every 3 games. Now they're 7.5 games ahead, and more
they're
like
trying to pull a Vikings.
no. That 7.5 games is still
A
quite.
lot of games.
Okay.
It is a
So
non-trivial
yes, they've fallen a little closer to normal from like historically good.
Okay.
And yes, there are many fans who are like, "Oh, they're gonna blow it. They're gonna lose their 7.5 game lead."
But it is perfectly reasonable to hope that is alarm us
Yes.
rather than accurate prediction.
It's just that.
Don't they know the Tinkerbell principle?
Well, Minnesota sports unfortunately has trained Minnesota sports fans to be pessimistic.
The worst.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, you were saying we should probably do some recapping.
Yeah.
Recapping and maybe introducing of the characters since the
Absolutely.
stream has never seen them.
Yeah.
Why don't I actually start talking about the world that you're in?
All right.
You are all staying in Morgansfort, which is an actual fort, not like a castle or something like that. It's part of a duchy,
Mhm.
a dukedom.
Term has been used.
That is based around the city of Slateholm, which is well to the north of where you guys live.
Yeah.
This fort used to be controlled by a baron. However, he started letting his barony go to hell when his wife died in childbirth. When his son reached the age of majority, which is 21, he went. The baron basically moved up to Slateholm and said, "Kid, it's all yours now." It really isn't. The baron is still the titled ruler of the area, but his kid is trying to resuscitate the baron, and so advertised for people to come help him out. And you are some of the people who responded.
Mhm.
There have been other people.
Some of them are still alive.
Some of them are still alive. A few of them are not.
Mhm.
You've actually gone on a couple of adventures where you weren't the first people to try to deal with things.
Uh-huh.
So there is nobody above the Duke because the empire that the Duke would have been a part of has fallen. Sort of like the Western Roman Empire falling and the Eastern Roman Empire still being around. There is a small fragment in the general area of the empire that thinks of itself as still being part of the empire, but they really aren't. The main religion of the area is the Church of Ta. There are 2 branches. The Bethite Church, which you can think of as like the Catholic Church. The older guard who are sort of corrupt. And then the Church of Ta Reformed, which is Martin's character is a priest of the Church of Ta Reformed. They're much more plain. They don't have fancy jeweled garments that they wear all the time.
It comes down to one simple thing. We care more what the will of Ta is than who gave the most offerings
Yes,
over the past
yes.
week.
Yes, absolutely. So, you've gone through a couple of errands, tasks, whatever you want to call them. You went down to the castle of, what is it called? Did I not bring that book? That book. That's weird. Oh no, there it is. The ruins of Dark Elm Castle was your first mission. The next mission was well, it was too small to really be considered a village, but there was an inn with a few homes around it that had been taken over. It was Brima's Inn, and in the areas below the inn, you found a literal thieves' den.
Mm-hmm.
This thief had a den that he kept stuff in.
And kept records.
And he kept records. You took some of those records up to Sleepholm at one point.
Yep.
And
they were very unhappy we didn't bring the complete set. So
Yes.
they sent us back to
said,
get the
yes,
rest
get
of
that book and bring it back. So you did that. So those two adventures. You are now
exploring
the old island fortress. It was a fortress before the current Morgan's Fort was founded. And
I think we've been out to that at least once before, haven't we? Or is it the breaking
We
off
are
in
in
the
the
middle that got
process
me
of
confused?
you're in the
exploring.
process of
Yeah.
exploring it right now.
We had covered most of the first level that had way too many, was it gelatinous cubes?
I thought, what was it? I thought it was gray oozes. It was
It was some sort of ooze or slime or something that was thankfully flammable.
Yes.
That. Yeah.
Okay, so there's the old island fortress.
You might be correct. It may have been a gray ooze. It's one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And we recovered quite a bit of valuables from it.
Yes.
And
Yeah, it was a gray ooze. It's right here.
gray ooze, okay. We also had spotted a green-colored dragon on the way between Morgan's Fort and
And Sleepholm.
Sleepholm.
Fortunately, it just did not display any interest in us.
Fortunately, it was far away.
Yes.
Otherwise, the next group would have been sent out to find out.
Well.
Likely. Yes,
Happened once before.
Well, yes.
My saving throw against Dragon's Breath is 16 or higher. That's not comforting. Of course, if I had to choose, I might rather encounter a dragon than a white. I have to roll a 20 to turn a white. Not good.
It's not impossible, though.
No, it's not impossible.
There are deacons and deacons.
Yes. Well, whites are meaner too. I mean, dragons mostly just want to kill you to protect their treasure or kill you because they're hungry.
Or kill you because they're trying to collect more treasure.
Sure. But whites will do things like, oh, I think it would be fun to enslave you for the next 1,000 years.
Well,
They usually don't put a time limit on it.
no, they don't.
Rumor has it if what's left of you disintegrates completely, your soul can escape. Gives one something to hope for in that hypothetical event.
What a great thing to hope for.
Yeah. My first line is hoping not to meet any whites.
All right. So, I would assume that our next plan, or your next plan, would be to head back to the old island fortress.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's interesting. I'm noticing the title of the adventure is the Old Island Fortress OLD, but then on the maps, it's the Oldie Island Fortress OLDE.
Okay.
Somebody spelled it
Two different
ye
groups.
old spelling.
Yes, ye old.
We're lucky the cartographers can all agree where it is.
Well, if you actually go up to like one of the towers of Morgan's fort, they have towers.
You
on
can
all
see
four.
it in the
You
distance.
can see it
from
off in
one
the
corner.
distance there. It's
Okay.
it's really not that far. What is it? Yeah, it's less than a mile away.
Okay.
And since Morgan's Fort is actually on a cliff
Mm-hmm.
overlooking a river, you're sort of which the fort is
Much
in,
of the
on an
distance
island.
is down.
Much of it is down and over water.
Uh-huh.
So
That's why we have a rowboat.
yes. Hello, Shuma, and thank you for the host.
So, Annie is being put away for the next 2 weeks, and instead I have Brock Feldspar, a dwarf scout.
Yes, scout. That's what you are, a scout.
who may have scouted the wrong areas north of Feldspar and was told to go away.
Could happen.
Yes.
Am I right that that Brock has a dagger which is
The dagger kill everything.
sometimes it takes 2 or 3 tries?
I think it
but-
failed once to kill on the first stab.
It did. It was a very disappointing situation. Until that time, it had been infallible.
Shuma asks, how are all the guys? Well, everybody who's here seems to be okay. Steve is off at San Diego Comic-Con.
Hopefully
So
that
he's
is
hopefully
fine.
okay as well.
Yes, absolutely.
We hope he's enjoying himself.
True.
And all of the rain didn't do any damage to any of my properties, so I'm all happy.
Yeah, we didn't get any flooding either. But some of the pictures that I saw of like the Minneapolis streets in certain areas.
Oh, we just had to look out the window. First
Really?
Avenue and 18th Street. Everybody was raising a wake unless they were going along.
Oh,
It was
We went out to
deep
dinner.
there.
yeah.
To La Casita in Roseville.
Mm-hmm.
And to get there, you get off on Fairview and you go under 94. The southbound fair lane at Fairview
I think I remember that underpass. Yes.
was full up to, was
Well,
as deep as the curb
Oh,
and
goodness.
flowing over into this northbound lane.
I remember when Diamond Lake Boulevard was the last exit from 35, and it had water that was about midway up the tire.
So yes, we've had a lot
Fortunately, that's been
of
quite a while.
street flooding in the area. A lot of rain lately.
I was just thinking, I'm so glad that we didn't get a nice house along Minnehaha Park.
You're next.
Oh, for character?
Yeah.
Yes, well,
Sure, yes. Since we haven't played in a while, please introduce yourself
yes,
once again to the group and to people watching.
yes. Cathar, a relatively humble cleric of Ka, the Reformed Church of Ka, of course. I carry a mace. I've actually turned undead once and was really surprised when it worked. Presently I'll get tougher, but meanwhile I'm hanging in there.
And you're our token human.
That's the point. Well, the rest is one slightly dodgy dwarf and a couple different elves.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no prejudice against humans. We've got one in our party.
Yes.
One of my companions is human.
That reminds
Sure,
me,
you go
I also
adventuring with
have the
one, but would
highest
you let your
prison-
sister marry one?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm ready to mark out the Slender. He's an Elven fighter magic user. Who's 2/3 of the way to second level.
Yay!
I think you two are. I think at least one of you is already second level.
I'm third.
You're third, okay. What about you?
I believe he made some.
I don't have that clearly noted. My XP is at 2390, which I'm guessing is.
I believe you
high
made
enough.
second level. I'm not sure by how much.
2390 is, yes, well into
Yep,
second
oh,
level.
there it is. I have it marked that I'm level 2. It was under a post-it note about something else.
Well, that's okay.
So yes, level 2. Yay.
And I am Torin the Uncomely, one of the least attractive elves a person will ever meet. Which is why my family sent me off to be a fighter and magic user
Somewhere else.
somewhere else.
There's a lot of sentimentality.
Yeah. Hello, Marley Kyle.
Well, elves can be such snobs. It's not like he's ugly. He's ordinary looking.
When his name includes the uncomely,
Seriously, what's your charisma?
7.
Oh.
So below average.
Yeah. Probably broken.
Not bad
more
enough
than
that it
anything else.
limits your career possibilities, but noticeable.
Now
Hold on.
half-orc clerics. Some of them are really dedicated, but poor guys.
Right.
Okay,
So I think that's everybody.
Mm-hmm.
off to the report again. Have torches and lamp oil, right?
Yes.
Good.
And we know where to find a lot of lamp oil.
Or is there like a
There's
stash
like
of it?
barrels of it. in-
There's barrels and barrels of it
Oh,
in that in the
excellent.
one room on
Forgot
the.
that detail.
because, well, they had a slight problem in
Yes, they had to deal with the gray oozes.
They had a great ooze
Before you did.
infestation.
Yeah.
So they imported the
They had a whole storeroom of supplies for dealing with.
Yep.
Okay, well. Always nice, but always nice when you benefit from other people's contingency plans.
All right. So you guys have the rowboat.
Yep,
I assume that is how you're going to get back to
yep.
the island. And
Yeah, I think I have to be at least 6th level to walk on water.
Unless it's frozen.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah.
all right, this time you do not have to worry about any very large fish or crocodiles or anything like that. It's an uneventful crossing to the island.
Yay!
And you guys have been pulling your boat up onto the shore quite a ways.
Yep. We don't want it to float away.
Are you trying to cover it up or disguise it at all, or are you just leaving
We
it sort of
haven't
on
been.
the? Yeah, I don't think you have been, but
No.
trying to make sure.
To our knowledge, there's no inhabitants here, so
Well,
there's always a possibility
yeah.
of
I
wandering
mean, like I said,
bandits,
you're less than a mile from Morgansford, so.
And what more secure place is there?
just
We
about
haven't had
everywhere.
trouble so far.
No, you have not.
Well, except getting here the first time.
Right. But I mean,
No one's tried to swipe the boat.
Yeah.
Hold it,
Except
yes.
us. The boat apparently belonged to the poor guy who went in here by himself before us.
Don't explore dungeons all by yourself. It's a really bad idea. You might say fall down a hole and injure yourself, and then be consumed by a gray ooze.
Yes.
That could happen, you know.
They could.
Nah, wives' tale.
Except, of course, you found the body. Well,
Well,
the remains.
we found the
There's no
bones,
body.
yeah.
All right, so down the stairs, through the door.
Stock up on the oil again.
Let's see.
Because we have not seen the last gray oozes, I'm sure.
that's a good bet.
All right.
Benny, if
So-
we've got a barrel that's still sealed, we could just kind of roll one along with us.
Does somebody have the map?
Hmm.
Was anybody keeping a map?
I was
Um,
not. Mapping
The
as you
group
go
was,
along
but
is
I don't
something I
remember
really
who
trust.
drew it.
Well,
We had finished most of
I mean,
it
I don't think I
that
was. I don't think you gave it to me. I'm pretty sure that if there was a group map that people were making,
Good evidence.
I am
that was-
90%
yes, very
sure it was not in my keep.
all right.
I
Well,
may have lost a spare.
then if
equipment.
something is different in the dungeon,
we won't notice.
you
Yeah.
won't notice. So yes, you go down some stairs. There is a door. At the end of the stairs, you go through the door. Just past the door on either side, there are guard stations, so like little niches where guards could stand. Let's see, blah blah blah. We didn't encounter those at the moment. And there is a long corridor. And let's see. There's when you get to near the end of the corridor, it branches off to the left. Then it goes another 10 feet and ends in a secret door that you guys found. Corridor to the left goes down 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 feet. And then on the east wall, there is a secret door. So you need to make a decision if you're going to go through the first secret door, the one that's closest, or the second secret door.
We haven't
First
been
one.
through either
First
one
one.
of the out.
May as well.
Might as well.
I don't think we've been through those. I think we were through some other secret doors. We found that chest and a whole bunch of other stuff.
So
including
yes,
some
the
undead.
once you go through the, I'll say you said the first secret door. Right?
Yes.
So once you go through that, you're sort of into that loop area. There's like
Okay.
a corridor that loops around, and there are rooms at various spots.
So this is an area we've explored.
Yes, this is the first. This is the first level.
Okay.
You've explored most of the first level,
Mhm.
in fact, possibly all of it.
My recollection, there was a corridor that had a trap of some sort at the intersection.
Yes, if you were to go, okay, so you can go south and then east.
I think
At one point eastwards, there's a door to the south which leads to the cell area
Yep,
that you've
we
been
went
in.
into the cell area.
Right.
I wasn't sure that we had explored all the directions from that trap.
Okay, so if you go past that door to the south, there is a plus intersection at the center of which, taking up pretty much the entire center area,
Is a pit.
is a pit trap.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one that apparently the guy fell into. Because you've explored below the pit trap, and that's where
The remains were
the
found.
remains were. Anyway, so you can step around it since you know it's there. You just have to be a little bit careful, and you can go north or south or east.
I know we've gone east. I don't remember if we've gone north or south.
Let's see. Yeah, so just past the cells was the torture room.
We've been there.
And you've been there, that's true. To the north is that, and to the south is that.
Seems to me we found what we assumed was a throne room.
Well, that's not
That's not,
It's
in
not
that
here.
area.
Okay.
Okay. Am I misremembering?
No.
Okay.
I believe that's on the lower level.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, to the north you found a sturge nest, I would think. Did you
What's a
remember?
sturge?
That's a mosquito that's
Oh.
gone to Fantasy Heights.
Something
Yes.
like that.
I remember running into them.
Yes.
Ridiculous
Well, I
name.
mean, you ran into them before as well. I
Yeah.
think in
Yes. We didn't like them either time.
the and the south just was sort of an empty room.
Okay.
So past.
How carefully have we kept that empty room? Not necessarily our highest priority, but rooms that are just like there's nothing.
Already raided by previous looters?
Yeah, could be.
Because we've seen signs that this had been looted before,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and signs
Yes.
that some of the looters didn't survive the attempt.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like this sort of adventuring has no occupation.
It's absolutely true. Let's see. So past that, there's an octagonal room. Exits north, south, east, and west.
I think I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you've been all through this loop. To the
I think
east
so.
of that, there was a very oddly shaped room, I would have to say, but it had the remains of a table and chairs in it,
Mm-hmm.
like it was some sort of a meeting room or audience chamber or something like that.
Okay, well then let's just go down to second floor. We
All
found
right.
some stairways down, right? Rather than just
Yes,
using
if you all right, before the door to the cell area, the corridor, okay, so the corridor's going south, but then it goes east past the cell area or west to an area of stairs.
Yes. I think we had found all of
Because I think you went through that whole loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fairly
There were
certain
some
we did
exits that you didn't go through. I mean, you haven't completely explored the first level yet, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so we're going down that first area of stairs
Yep.
to the second level.
I told you we should have bought the guidebook.
All right, so down the
And we
stairs.
grab some oil before doing this, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we went to whichever one. I believe the oil room was on the first level.
Yeah,
It was.
So we went over there and grabbed some more oil before we went down.
storage room.
And made sure the door was shut securely
Alright,
when
right.
we left.
So you went to the storage room,
Mm-hmm.
which is past the meeting room.
Yep.
Um, and got a bunch of oil.
Mhm.
And then you went back to where the stairs were and went
And
down.
descended.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Go down, 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 and then along a corridor and come to a T intersection with corridor north or south.
North would lead us under more of the fort. I'm kind of turned around now, not being able to visualize. Which one would lead us towards the pit?
Which one would lead you towards the pit? I think the fastest way to get to the pit area would be to go north.
All right, north
So
it
you're
is.
going to go north.
Mhm.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and it turns east. It goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and turns south. Goes 30 feet, and there is a door.
And this should be brand new area, right?
Maybe.
That we haven't explored.
Let's assume so.
Okay.
Are you going to listen to the door?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, that's percentile dice. I didn't grab percentile dice.
Oh, there's.
Just a few varieties.
No, here you can. Oh, you didn't grab it. Who's got the other big white one?
Not me.
Maybe very.
Here.
Oh, it's right
Yeah.
there.
By the other side of it, by the red pouch.
There you go.
I think I can read those. Yeah, I didn't hear a thing.
There's nothing in there you saw. You tell
Nothing
us.
in there.
Either nothing
So,
or something.
check if
sleeping
it's locked.
quietly.
Check if it's trapped, then go on through. Or I'm sorry, other order. I should check for traps first, then locks.
Okay. Well, I believe you need to make rolls for that.
Is it the same?
I suppose I could be making rolls because you're not supposed to really know the results. But
I will know quickly afterwards anyways.
Is this roll
Yes.
2d6s at the same time and add them? Is that what that's for?
It's roll 2d6 at the same time. Whatever
whatever
reason you have
reason
rolled,
you want to do that.
for whatever reason,
So,
you can either read them separately
I
or
got it.
add them up.
24 for the traps, and my skill is the 30, so
There is no trap on this door.
okay. And is it locked?
No, but it does seem jammed.
All right.
Right, there's those. If somebody wanted to use them.
I will make room for
Pretty,
someone
but no, thank
with
you.
more strength than I to unjam the door and get my stiletto of kill everything ready.
Okay.
Kill
What's your
literally
Mark?
everything on the first try.
Taryn, what's your strength?
I forget which the two were stronger. You were both
14.
quite strong.
Ah, mine's a
You're-
12,
okay.
so
I'm at
yep.
12. He's the winner.
Alright, so a stuck door can be opened on a roll of 1 on a d6. Add the character's strength bonus to the range so that the character with a bonus of +2 can open a stuck door on a roll of 1 to 3.
No, it was a little harder than I thought. I was unable to open it that time.
I succeeded.
I loosened it for you.
Of course you did! just like with jar lids and such.
Mm-hmm.
So the door opens, and does anything interesting happen right away?
No, this appears to be another storage room. Once again, there are like several torches laying in bundles on the floor.
Barrels.
These are small barrels of what smell. I mean, it smells like
Smells
lamp
like
oil in
oil.
here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking that's probably what's in these barrels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anything else?
So the door is 30 feet.
Sorry.
Not the door. The room is 30 feet east-west and 20 feet north-south. There is what's that? There is a doorway directly across from
The one we entered.
the one you entered. Doesn't look like it has a door though. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be.
Nothing that weird about an open doorway.
It isn't open. Looking at it, I would guess that there's like a curtain hanging in the door.
Oh, concealed door.
Well, it's
Sort of.
If the
it's not a
curtain were-
secret door. It's
If the curtain was still fully intact, it would somewhat conceal the door.
I suppose you're correct. Yes. Anyway, but yes, this is another storeroom.
Okay.
Um,
Check the other door while they're checking the storeroom to see if there's anything other than torches and oil.
Let's see if I want to try detect magic.
Somebody who wants to search the room should like roll a d6.
Who?
You're an elf, right?
Yes.
Tucked behind the barrels are 3 ceramic flasks that are also filled with lamp oil. They're the kind that you might throw at something. It would break.
Well,
You
those
could
sound
probably
useful.
rig them up to be something like a Molotov cocktail if you wanted to, but that's not what. I mean, they don't have a wick of any sort on them right now.
We have the old musty tapestry. I will check the opposite door. If there's a trap there, I missed it. Is it
Well,
locked?
it's a doorway with a
Oh,
curtain
I thought-
in front of it.
I thought there was a door behind the.
No, there is no door behind the curtain.
Okay,
it's just
then
it's
it's
a
not
doorway. Yeah, it is not locked, and you didn't find any trap.
So,
And you're thinking, it's a curtain. It's probably not going to be a
yep.
trapped doorway.
So,
So you pull aside the curtain, short 10-foot corridor, and then it opens into a room.
okay. When they're ready, we'll move on.
Do we take the 3 easily
We take the
breakable
3,
flasks?
yes.
Take the 3 flasks.
Okay, so this room is exactly the same size as the previous room, but there are corridors exiting the west wall, the east wall, and the south wall.
We came in on the north wall.
Yes. To the west, you recognize that as where the pit from the plus intersection dropped down to.
Okay.
I'm not sure. If you look east, west, and south, you see piles of stuff at the end of each corridor.
Oh, maybe they each have a trap.
Yeah, the west corridor is about 30 feet long. The east corridor is about 40 feet long. The south corridor is about 20 feet long. You would guess from looking down the corridors, yeah, they probably all are the bottoms of pit traps.
go check it out.
Right.
Be wary of gray oozes, 'cause
They seem to like pit traps.
Okay, so
it
which
seems
way are you going first? Or are you going to split up?
east, I guess.
East. We came out of the. We came from the north. We go east, and we go south, and we
Alright.
go west. Right hand roll.
Sure. No problem.
Okay, so
And as I said, specifically looking for oozes, because the ooze feeding grounds are
right, you start down the east corridor and roll somebody, whoever is in the lead, rolls a d6.
a 2. What did I win?
You say, "Hey, down at the end of this corridor, there's a gray ooze.
Oh,
Since I was looking for it, I spotted it." They're really hard to spot normally, but you were looking for it. So you were about 30 feet away when you spotted it at the end of the corridor.
Shall we just layer down a puddle of oil and attract it to it so we can just light it up?
Got no better plan. Why not?
Save the ceramic flasks for when they're needed.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, make a puddle,
Make a great big puddle.
light a torch.
All right.
Someone goes and taunts the gray ooze to come towards us, and once it's in
Okay.
the puddle,
Right, and they don't move very fast. They're called oozes for a reason.
once it reaches the puddle, we throw the torch in.
All right. So whoever wants to do this, roll 2d6.
I will talk to the ooze the first
Okay.
time.
Okay.
I was going to say whoever's least likely to slip in the puddle of oil while retreating would be.
I roll a 2 and a 6.
All right. You're not rolling to hit because obviously the ooze is in the puddle.
Right.
So it doesn't like that. And takes quite a bit of damage. You can smell the burning ooze. It's a really unpleasant
We should
smell.
open up the pit so that some of this would disperse.
And roll another 2d6.
10.
Okay, well, it's a dead ooze now.
Fine by us.
Yes.
And so we proceed past the remnants of the
I
grave.
assume you put the fire out first.
Yeah.
We put the fire out.
Because you look at that and go, wait, maybe we don't want to just proceed down the hall.
Yeah,
with the big-"
underground with a fire tends to lead to this asphyxiation thing.
Which is
Yeah.
why I'm saying we might want to open the pit up so that
Yeah.
Yeah.
it has a way to air out.
Oh, damn it.
These lever action pits.
Not sure.
Really? You're not in there. Oh, there it is.
Are oozes worth any experience?
They are. Each of you gets to take 175 experience.
So,
Yes, I would have survived if I didn't move so very slowly that I
got stuck in a puddle
got stuck
of
in a
fire.
puddle of flaming oil. Yeah. All right.
Yes.
Well, they are still quite dangerous. I mean, it would have been easy to miss
If you
it.
actually, yeah, it's hard to see them. If you're not looking for them, you could walk right on top of them, and
And then you're in trouble.
then you start taking a lot of damage. Yes.
I have this bad feeling that we're going to find like a bathing pool, a bathing pond or something, just full of gray ooze.
Um,
Some monstrous size ooze that has been producing all of these little ones. The
That would be-
blob.
That would be interesting.
No, it would be horribly,
Roll a
horribly,
d6.
horribly above our pay grade.
What's that?
D6.
1.
1. As you near the end of the east corridor, you find that there is a secret door on the north wall.
I point the secret door out to the scout.
Hey,
All
look!
right. I'll check the door.
Alrighty.
You,
It's a door.
yep.
It's secret.
It doesn't have traps.
I love your confidence.
Hey, it's nothing.
Is it locked?
It is not locked.
It is not locked. So I prove it is not trapped.
Okay, you were correct. It is not trapped.
So far, I've only been wrong once, I think. That hurt.
Yes.
Just out of curiosity, does anybody have any healing potions?
I don't.
I believe
Got one.
Somebody should. You have
Got one.
you have one. That is correct.
Found an unknown potion, and when we were up in
Morgan's
yes,
Fort.
we picked up
not,
2.
not Morgan's Fort, the big
Slate?
Slate Home.
Slate
Yes,
Home?
up in Slate Home, we found somebody
and
to
then there was the-
identify it for us. And
Enchanted
Unicorn.
wineskin.
Yes,
Yes.
From
Which
unicorn encounter.
yes, which had 6 potions, or 6 healings within it.
Okay, have we used them all?
I don't think we have.
Okay.
I think we have like 2 left.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
So, at the end of the east corridor, there is a badly rusted dagger and a pile of coins.
might as well gather up the coin.
Yes.
Did we divide out these coins that I have written from before?
I believe so.
Okay, then I'll just erase them.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of silver pieces listed here. So
Yes,
just above
I
that,
have
you
a
know.
truckload worth of coins that I left back at the room.
Mhm.
When it gets over 1,000,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Consider
Does the badly rusted dagger look like it's worth enough to bring it back to the...
No, it's apparently been here quite a while, and
Okay.
and didn't survive the
well,
duration.
yeah, the
very well.
gray ooze has probably been laying on it or something. They don't really eat
Eat
metal.
but
but they're bad for it
Yeah.
over time.
There are 10
Take the
copper
coins, leave the
coins
dagger.
and 10 silver coins
all right.
and 5 gold.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, I was going to say. We might as well take the badly rusted dagger and just give it to the blacksmith.
Sure.
It's
okay.
usable metal.
Yeah.
That is true. It's not usable as a dagger. He's going to have to reforge it. to
Yeah,
be
but you know,
useful for anything.
but you know,
If
here's
he has use for scrap, then
Yep.
he
Might as well.
then
Turn it
we
into
won't charge him for it.
No,
yes.
just
Like I said, give it to the
Give it to the
blacksmith.
blacksmith.
All right. So that was the east corridor. The next one is the south corridor.
Yep.
What, if anything, did we find in the secret door? The island's secret door?
There was a corridor that went north.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that
We
was
didn't
what
really
we found
do
at the end of
anything
the
after
corridor.
that, but I
that what?
Or was there anything? Oh, okay. So we go through. Do we want to go to the south, or do we want to follow the corridor north?
Well, you
I
said
think-
you were going to be east, south, and
Right,
west
but that was before we
before
found
you knew
the
there was a secret
door.
corridor.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we going to continue to investigate the possible other pit traps, or do we want to take the corridor north?
One.
I have this feeling that investigating each of the pits traps has a decent chance of getting us a little extra treasure. So hit them first, then secret
Okay.
door.
You know, okay. I will admit that it does have one other temptation, or
It's close to the oil refueling too.
it's close to the oil refueling too, and a likely place to find gray oozes.
Yep.
So we can.
Get rid of
We
them
can
now.
get rid
not
of some now,
separate
rather
them by
than
Speaking
accident
of which,
later.
can I somehow rig the trap door that we assume is above us so that it lets the air escape?
If you want to, you'd have to. It isn't directly in the ceiling. There's like a chute.
Okay.
So you'd have to climb up a little bit.
Okay.
How good are you at climbing? Climbing
82.
walls. All right. See, that seems to be a pretty good chance of you successfully climbing up there. Someone would have to give you a boost to get up to the ceiling area, and then you would have to make your climb walls.
Any of us could do that, probably.
Bring with me my hammer and spikes so that I can spike it open.
Okay. Make your climb walls roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was easy. So yes, you're up there. You dealt with one of these before. So you spike it open and get a little bit better ventilation in this area. It had been very smoky and
And
annoying
now
before.
no further looters should accidentally step in the trap
You would
They
hope
have
so.
to be paying very little attention.
or running away.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. There's always the running away
Now-
from 15 kobolds. Yes, trap.
Come back down and rejoin the party.
Okay. So we're going to the very, very short south corridor.
Yep. Looking for bruises.
Well, it's only a 20-foot long corridor, so you can just look down it and go, no, there are no great oozes down this corridor.
Okay,
Okay.
so we'll go down to the end of the corridor and investigate the.
Into the corridor.
All right, there's, yeah,
You said there was a pile of
there
stuff
was a
there,
pile of stuff there.
so we shall investigate the pile of stuff.
All right, sure. There is what looks like very good armor, except that a gray ooze has been laying on top of it for quite a while. So once again, badly rusted. But this is plate armor,
Plate armor.
human-sized plate armor. And then underneath that,
Is the plate armor repairable?
probably there.
Okay, so it's more more junk to give the
It's more
More junk.
metal that you can give to the blacksmith,
right.
and say, here's some metal you can forge
Well,
into something good.
Also, we check when we bring it back if there are any insignias that are recognizable.
right. Underneath the plate armor, there is a hammer.
Okay.
And why doesn't your cleric make a percentile roll?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you've got your
Yep.
own.
Well, d20s that can be used as percentile.
Purple towns, booze, digits. That looks like a 77. That's
no,
not good. I wanted
no.
to roll low.
You wanted to roll low. So, well, you know that clerics of Ta often use hammers as their a weapon of choice.
But it doesn't have any emblems.
It doesn't
or
have any
engraving.
emblems. However, it doesn't look nearly as decayed as the armor does.
Touch it with the sword. See if it's magic. That's once a day, I think.
That's
Right?
once a day.
Save it for something that might be more important.
Are my toes really tasty, Carrot?
yes. Would detect magic detect blessed?
Detect what?
Blessed.
Yes, blessed is a magical attribute.
Okay. So
It's
Yes,
divine
I can.
magic, but it's still magic.
so I can test it, but it's once per day. Do you want to use it now, or do you want to wait and use it? We can carry this along and put it on our list of things to test later.
All right.
I mean,
Do you want to carry it?
sure, since it might well have belonged to a cleric. Maybe I can't, find out anything more about it.
Well,
If I knew his
search
name, I'd
through
pray
the
for him.
remains and see
Yeah.
if there's
What?
any
Anything
icon.
else? Any other iconography or anything?
No.
Okay.
Everything.
No
Well,
belt buckles?
there was a small shield. You're pretty sure, but it must have been a wooden shield
Okay.
because there's very little of it left.
Okay.
All the wood got dissolved, and it's just the little metal brace parts that are still there.
Mhm.
Right.
Rivets and
Yeah.
bracket
Yeah.
pieces.
Um,
Oh, the other corridor had a secret passage. Let's check for one.
Yeah.
okay. Whoever wants to check, roll a d6.
2.
You're pretty sure there's no secret passages here.
Okay.
You're positive
passage?
there's none.
Did you roll a 6?
Yes.
Managed to find the floor.
Unperceptive elf. Okay. So yes, there's also, there's little bits of metal that probably something was here a very long time ago that really got much more corroded.
Okay.
You'd say the armor has probably been here a decade, but the stuff
Okay.
beneath it, little like shards,
All
you
right.
can pick them up and put them in a pouch, but
Yeah.
they're it's,
Sure.
give it to the blacksmith.
Yes.
Say, here's some more steel or iron
scrap
or
metal.
whatever.
Scrap metal.
It's
Scrap
more
metal.
scrap metal, but scrap metal is not as useful to him as ingots, but significantly more useful than ore.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all you really found down this corridor.
Okay. Back up and go west.
West, you end in the place that you already have been.
No, that's
So
Okay.
you already got the stuff from here.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Did we?
Well, this was the
You
one that
went
was-
down this pit trap
Okay.
We came down to yes.
and
Okay.
used a rope to get back
Back
up
up
again because you didn't
again.
want to explore from the pit trap out.
Right.
Which probably
Okay.
made sense at the time.
Well,
Yeah.
it makes sense because retreating up a rope is much slower than retreating up the stairs.
Yeah.
And we have had to run away in the past.
Yes. So back to the east and the secret door.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, this corridor goes north 10 feet, continues on north, but there is a branch to the east. That corridor goes 30 feet and ends in a door.
If we continue north,
It'll be out over the entrance, won't it?
by taking us back towards the entrance, towards the stairs, the stairs up, right?
Not sure I've lost track of the terms.
And this is why you guys should
I
be
know.
making a map. You're pretty sure that you're well away from the stairs back up again.
But it's back in that general direction.
Not really.
Directly west would be back to
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Oh.
This
Okay.
the north corridor goes north for quite a ways. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet, and then turns west.
So let's
I
take
vote
the
for
30-foot thing.
Okay.
All right, so you head east 30 feet,
Okay.
and there's a door.
Okay.
Is it trapped? Oops, tack dice. Nope.
Nope, it's not trapped. Definitely not
Is
trapped.
it locked?
Is it locked?
Yes.
It doesn't
It
appear
is-
to be locked.
It,
It
it is
appear-
locked.
It doesn't appear to be trapped.
It doesn't.
It doesn't appear to be locked.
Oh, did you unlock the door?
At 7.
Wow. Okay.
That's not 47?
Oh, 40. You're right. Never mind. 47. So let's see. Pick locks. Where the heck? Okay. Yep. It's locked. It's firmly locked.
And you get one try per, right?
One try
Until you go up in level or something.
or something changes. Yep.
Okay. It opens. Loudly, I presume.
He put his shoulder
I
to
put
it.
my shoulder to it, and it's open.
Okay.
He attempted to break the door open and succeeded.
Okay. This room is a 20 by 20 room. In the northeast corner, there is a chest. It appears to be bolted to the floor.
Okay.
It's a chest that's about like that.
Too
So,
big to carry.
depends. If it's just a wooden chest, metal bound wooden chest, two of you could probably carry it.
Okay.
If it's filled with lead ingots, then maybe the four of you could carry it. I don't know.
Let's carefully approach the chest. Is it wood bound? You said
It's a wooden chest. It's a metal bound wooden chest.
Well,
These
no,
stereotypical,
Iron bound in
I-
particular.
I-
but
I
these
have
these
detected-
stereotypical pirates
Yeah.
treasure chests.
I have detected that there's no gray oozes here.
Right.
yes, because it's wood.
Wood.
Very good. There isn't a gray ooze in this room.
Okay, is it trapped?
Oh, by the way, there's also a door on the south wall
Okay.
Okay.
of this room. Is it trapped?
Odd two.
Odd two.
Is it trapped?
It is trapped, as a matter of fact. If you were to try and there's a lock on it. If you were to try and pick the lock and fail, there's a needle that would spring out
those.
and injure you.
Stab you in the hand. It's probably poison.
So you might want to try to disarm the trap. Now, you know the trap is there. You could probably, if you don't trust your disarm traps roll, or remove traps roll, I guess it is, you could probably figure out a way to spring the trap so that the poisoned, you don't know for sure, but that needle isn't going to do much damage.
Yes.
I am thinking it's been down here decades. If we just poured water over the lock, any poison would probably be washed away. No?
No.
I wouldn't bet on that.
Looking at it, I mean,
All right, then let's just spring it.
Okay. I'm going to say do a remove traps roll, but you have a much higher percentage for removing the trap in this one.
Well, that's good. 46, and my normal traps is 30.
Yep. It is now stuck in a piece of leather that you
Put
you
in the
put in the
way.
way, and you just sort of jiggled something in there, and it went.
Now
So
I
you
will
can-
try and open the lock.
Okay.
Nah, this lock
78.
is much too complicated for me.
Well, the chest is only made of wood. I
Wood.
suppose you could attack it until it's broken open.
We could put a hole in the lid. That way we can see into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hammer, spike.
Okay. You pound at it for a few minutes. It is amazingly sturdy for something that's probably been down here a very long time. Yes, looking in there, there is a fairly substantial pile of silver coins in there.
Shall we destroy the chest?
The chest is locked to the floor, I believe. You said.
It is bolted to the floor,
Bolted to
yes.
the floor. I guess we'll have to carry the coins out around the chest. Yes.
We could try smashing the lock itself and get the lid open that way. Might be easier than breaking in the whole top.
Well, if you want me to try the smash, I'm willing to do it. But somebody should be watching for people attracted by all of the noise.
Sure. I'll watch.
Let's see, there's a door in the south wall.
Yes.
There's the door we came in.
Yep. And sooner or later, something will come to complain about the noise.
I'll watch the south, and you can watch the.
Okay.
All right. I will try and carve a way to get this chest away.
Are you trying to get it open, or are you trying to get it unbolted from the
Free
floor?
Unbolted
Oh, okay.
from the
Okay.
floor.
Okay, so you want to take the coins out with the chest, because that's probably a little
Well,
easier.
yeah, I'm thinking it'd be much easier, especially since I don't know that we have that many sacks to carry.
I
coins in.
need to take a break.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Probably want a chisel for that.
Well, I have a hammer and spikes that are used for spiking open doors. I don't have a chisel per se, but
But you can sort of use the spikes as
I
if
can
they're
fake it.
chisels, and it probably will work.
Right.
One of you guys is watching each door and just trying to stay alert to the unexpected, like down droppers or things coming up through trapdoors in the floor, just materializing.
Yeah, the materializing thing, that's a little disconcerting, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Dad, pay attention to me, Dad. You're not giving me what I really want, but give me some attention, Dad.
Okay. Is what he really wants somebody to throw the ball?
No, he wants food.
Yes.
Yes.
It would probably, well, one would kind of expect it to be one or the other, dogs being dogs.
All right, so you're
He's
pounding
fine.
away at these bolts that are keeping the thing attached to the floor.
yep.
Pounding and pounding and pounding.
Mhm.
And as you guessed, this is not quiet.
Right. Jack is not doing this.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know, Jack.
We don't know
there's
Jack.
no wizard of stealth that's doing this.
Someday I should get a crowbar.
Well, I believe they're listed as.
And I have the money. So
Yeah.
Yes.
We are all relatively flush at present. I can't believe crowbars are that expensive.
Well, they're metal, but yes.
Yeah.
So after a while, who's at the south door?
I am.
Make a d6 roll.
5.
Wow, that's too bad.
you're surprised.
So the door bursts open, like somebody just hit it with a weapon really hard.
Okay.
And on the other side of the door, you see an undetermined number of hobgoblins.
Hobgoblins!
Yes, well, we
So,
can.
I can't hear you.
bong, bong, bong. All right.
tap you on the shoulder and point at the door.
So I assume the surprise at -1 was counted in, and the 5 still failed.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. And wow.
Yeah, that one. Yes.
Surprise is possible. 6 for each side, which might be surprised. Most normal characters are surprised on a roll of 1 to 2.
Right.
You're surprised on a 1 to 3.
Right. Mm-hmm.
We're
Wait,
not
surprise.
surprised. Strangely enough, we knew something was going on in this room. So I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
roll.
I wonder what the clue was.
The loud pounding sounds coming from the room. Might have been a clue.
Someone sent
I
them a
would
note.
say that the hobgoblins still have their hearing.
Yes. All right.
We can fix that for them.
All right. Let's see.
They get a round of surprise, which was bursting open the door.
Yes, that was basically their attack. Was they smashed open the door. So there's no door here anymore. We don't have to check for traps or locks or
Right.
anything like that anymore.
Yeah, we're so great.
Okay, so let's start with initiative then.
How do we do
I
initiative
forgot
in
how
this
initiative is
system?
done.
You roll a d6, higher numbers go first.
And add dex points.
Yes.
What's a dex bonus? I'm not going first.
I probably am not going first. I have a +1 dex bonus, but I rolled a 1.
I
So
rolled 1.
4. 4, 3, 2,
We're
and 1.
tied
Yes.
at 2.
Well, the monsters rolled a 6.
Okay.
Okay. They go first.
Does anybody in the group speak Hobgoblin?
No.
Don't think so.
Not that I'm
How do
aware
you
of.
learn languages?
You
I
have
don't have
an
any languages
intelligence.
listed.
Let's see. Look at your intelligence, and there's a.
I have no languages
I have
listed.
yes, I have no languages listed either.
All
We
right.
must have skipped
So-
that.
I vaguely remember it, but I
All characters begin the game knowing their native language.
Hmm.
In most campaign worlds, humans all speak the same language, often called common. Each demi-human race has its own language, i.e. Elvish, Dwarvish, or Halfling.
Right?
And members of the demi-human races begin play knowing both their own language and common.
All right.
Characters with an intelligence of 13 or higher may choose to begin the game knowing one or more languages
That's right. I missed it by 1.
other than those given above. The number of additional languages that may be learned is equal to the intelligence bonus.
Okay.
+1, +2, or +3.
So I could know 2 more languages.
Well,
Um,
probably one of them is draconic because, well, magic. I would say that and gnome because, again, magic. If you
The
have
player
any
may
other-
choose to leave one or more bonus language slots open to be filled during play. Some game masters may even allow player characters to learn exotic languages such as dragon. Also dead or otherwise archaic languages might be allowed to more scholarly characters.
So, you started with elf and common.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
And you have 2 open languages.
Do I want to...
Hobgoblin is an unlikely language for any of you to know, but it's not
Right.
impossible. I mean, if you want to declare now that one of your language slots is Hobgoblin, I will
Seems
let you
a
do
waste
so.
to me.
Yeah.
Other-
Dwarvish would also... I mean, in some ways, Dwarvish would be logical, and in other ways, Dwarvish would be highly unlikely.
You're an elf.
Yes.
and and you didn't know you were going to be adventuring with a dwarf until relatively recently.
You've probably picked up a little bit of dwarven slang that happens as I hit my thumb with other
Yeah,
such
us
occurrences.
dwarves.
Well, there's also the rationale of know thine enemy.
Yeah.
As a mage, I tend to know the languages that are good at magic.
Yeah, there is that, which is the more likely. So, what would the languages that would be?
Race is well known for their study of magic,
Right.
since his is a study of magic.
Obviously, Elven, but you already speak that.
Gnomes tend to be illusionists.
Yeah.
Is there a Fey tongue?
There is.
That might be an interesting
Yeah,
choice.
that would be a choice.
FAE.
FAE, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be kind of plausible. At least one of you, elven magic user types would have that one.
How many
I get 2.
You get 2. So, what do you want your 2 to be?
Recalling that you're allowed to leave either or both open.
Yeah.
Would Draconic be an option?
Yes. It would be unusual, but if that's what you want. I mean, you don't
I
spend a
could-
lot of time talking to dragons.
Still, I could see an ambitious mage going for it.
Sure, I'll use Draconic for my 4th one. I might run into something written that
It doesn't
How
just
many
say.
years have we been playing this?
Yeah.
I'll just
The last, we should have waited a week because the last time we played was July 24th last year.
Right.
not really a surprise.
No. Language. Do I want to say hobgoblin?
They're a warlike race.
Yeah.
What do
Okay,
you
I'll
sound-
declare I speak hobgoblin, and I'm leaving the 4th one open.
All right. So the lead hobgoblin gruffly says, "That's ours. Get out." In hobgoblin.
In hobgoblin.
So that is their action for the round, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And I
So that was 6s, 5s, 4s.
Yay!
So the hobgoblin who just
Grunted.
bursted through the door,
Uh-huh.
and I assure you, you noticed that. It was very
Yes.
loud.
Even louder than my hammering.
Just went.
Tell it in Dwarven. Speak a civilized tongue. You expect us to understand you. And,
I don't speak Dwarven, fortunately, so.
but this makes it even.
Yeah.
And I'm actually
so that was
more.
4s, 3s. Are you continuing to pound at the bolts?
No,
Oh, okay.
actually, probably putting the hammer down to get out the dagger, kill everything.
Okay. So you're doing something somewhat threatening. You're pulling out a weapon.
A
How
stiletto, to be precise.
Yes.
How many
They're
hobgoblins?
not terrified of it.
They're not terrified.
An unspecified number.
An unspecified number of
You
hobgoblins.
see, there's at least 3,
At
but
least-
you can't really see past them.
Yeah.
There could
Probably
be
some
more
down the
crowding
corridor.
behind them.
And you're right there as well.
Yeah.
And we don't understand.
No, although it sounded grouchy.
Goblins almost always sound grouchy.
Yes.
I could put them and you to sleep. I could send an arrow in their direction.
There is at least a little bit of separation between your party member and the lead hobgoblin.
So
I mean,
he
they're
could
not
cast-
they're not like this. They're
so
like
he could
that.
so he could cast.
He can
probably
figure out
his
where
name.
you can figure out where you want to set.
Okay,
Isn't that how
yeah.
sleep works? You put it
Center
as
it somewhere.
center
and
it somewhere, and it takes out a certain
Lowest
number
hit
of
dice
yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then I will cast sleep at the point of the door.
Or just enough past the door that it won't hit me?
All right. Let me just look up sleep here.
Trying not to put it on you.
Right. Several creatures, 3 or fewer hit dice, into a magical slumber. Creatures with 4 or more hit dice are not affected. The caster chooses a point of origin for the spell. Within the given range, of course, range of 90 feet, which would be well down the corner.
Yeah.
So you don't worry about that. And those creatures within 30 feet of the chosen point may be affected. So what you could do is say your point is 30 feet down the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't come through the door yet. They're
Oh, they
at the
haven't.
doorway. They've
Okay.
caused the door to burst in.
So 30 feet down the corridor, so it would just take in the ones in the doorway and nobody's come further.
Then that is what I shall do.
All right. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. Each creature in the area of effect is allowed to save versus spell to resist the effect. And let's look at these compounds. Looking for number of hit dice. 3 or fewer hit dice. Oh, gosh, all these guys have 1 hit dice. And,
I assume their saving throw is proportional to their number of hit dice.
yes, a save as... Have it marked. I'm just going to do 52.
So you're not even bothering to crawl back. Yeah, you and what family of dragons. You're just going night night.
Lullaby.
Saving throw.
Versus spells. Rod staff spell.
Okay.
And their wisdom modifier.
That was close. Wow, you guys are unlucky. Okay.
Do they have a wisdom as low as mine?
What's yours?
Hmm?
What's yours?
8.
No.
Maybe lower.
Then they probably don't have a penalty to their saves.
Yes. Effect. Sleeping creatures are helpless. All right. So, as they're falling to the ground, you can count them now. There were 6 of them. 4 of them are now on the ground asleep. 2 of them, amazingly enough, resisted your sleep spell. They had to roll a 17. But apparently I was doing really well.
Apparently they had some caffeine just before.
Yeah.
They
all drink an energy.
I believe.
So that was 3s?
3s.
2s.
I will try and bash the punk guy with my mace.
So the first 2 are laying on the ground asleep.
Oh,
You almost have to climb over those bodies to get to the next 2 who are awake. And then the rear 2 are also asleep. So,
Okay. Well, I don't want to walk on anybody who's asleep, but can I try and position myself to one side of the doorway to be ready to
yeah,
bash?
if
the
they
next
rush you,
non-sleeping
then
one
you're
that
there
comes through?
waiting for them
Okay.
so you can attack.
That's how I'm playing it, and hopefully one of these hopefully one of the elves with bows can try shooting past me if they have a chance.
That was
Carefully
twos.
not blocking the doorway.
Ones.
Ones.
Are they within reach of the longsword?
The first two would have been,
But those two are
but
not.
they're on the ground.
Okay. Then I shall try and be prepared for them to come rushing at me,
Okay.
because I'm kind of the obvious target at this point.
Okay.
So I have my longsword out and am waiting.
Okay.
Yes.
That was ones. Time for initiative again. Ah, anybody better than sixes?
No.
No.
6, 5.
Yes. Oh, it's
I'm a 5. Oh wait, is there an initiative bonus?
Dexterity will give you an initiative bonus, yes.
Irrelevant. Okay, 5. I think the wise thing to do is send an arrow through the door. Trying to hit one of the ones
Still
Not
standing.
asleep.
still standing.
Okay.
What do I roll here?
D20 plus something. That's not
9.
gonna do it.
No. No, they don't have good. They don't have good armor, but they are wearing some armor. So
I think you add 1 to your roll. I guess
Oh, do I get a strength bonus on it?
you get a fighter bonus.
Oh yes.
Your
Oh,
bonus
my attack bonus is 2, so it was actually
in 11.
11.
your target was 14.
Ah, well. So close.
5s, 4s.
That would be me. And if we touch these sleeping ones, they wake.
They may well,
Not
yeah.
touch, but injure.
Yeah.
Injured.
If you step on them, for instance, that's probably enough for them to wake up. If you kick them, that's definitely enough for them to wake up.
If you stab them, maybe not.
Well, yeah, they might die.
It depends on whether or not they die first. Yes.
Okay. Get out a dagger and throw it because I'm not going to throw my nice kill
You're not,
everything.
you're not going to
stiletto.
throw your stiletto, kill everything. Yes.
Okay. Make a roll to hit.
Stiletto will kill everything, usually on the first.
Okay, so 14 for 3 damage.
Okie dokie. That was number 3. Interestingly enough, he falls over.
Oh.
Point hit the one left. You're next.
Okie dokie. That was
That was
Fours.
4s, I believe.
3s.
And that would be me. I'm gonna continue holding the doorway. I don't want to try and jump over 2 sleeping ones to get at the last one standing.
Okay. 2s. Are they 2? Yes.
Can I let them go first?
Are you
I'm
also
two.
2?
I'm 2 also.
Yes, you can let them go first.
I will let them go first because he may decide to come into range.
No.
He
is
decides
going
to double
to-
his number.
He is going to. He's going to fail his morale and turn and run away.
Okay.
Okay, shoot him in the back. Shoot him in the back.
1s. Or held 2s.
Okay, what would it take to be using my sling at this point? Since I
Had a sword out.
Yeah,
I had my sword out.
You can drop your sword and pull up your sling, but then you have to load it. So you would get your sling out this round.
Would I be able to send a sling stone after the next round?
If he's still in range.
Yeah.
Well, range is 30, 60, 90.
Yeah, but how long's the haul?
Well, you can look. It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet long.
Okay.
Then it dead ends.
I'll drop.
So,
I'll drop.
Where
the sword right into the
these
slingstone.
hobgoblins came from? It's a
Well, we
I
could
There's
got
probably a
another
secret door down
we
there
could
somewhere.
wait for them to
Door,
open the secret door and then kill them.
all
I
right.
will ready the slings. I will ready sling.
So he gets all the way to the end of the corridor, and he's fiddling with the wall.
Right.
So
You're
I'm
okay.
pretty sure that there's a door there.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want to? Oh, guys. Does it matter? You go ahead. You can try and shoot him with the arrow first.
Okay. Percent. Yeah. How about a 2?
No.
No.
Oh, excuse me, 4 with my bow.
Ooh!
I-
Well, at least it wasn't a 1.
That's a 9. I missed also. Oh well. We shall have to be watching for goblins to be. Do you have something to throw at to?
I threw my only dagger.
Okay.
I could get a sling out. By the time I got it out, he'll probably be
Anyway.
through the door.
So that's the end of this round. It's time
Yep.
for
Yeah.
initiative again.
1.
We've got 3 2s.
Okay, no one's higher than 6. 6, 5, 4, that's me.
Go for it.
I open a secret door and then go through it and close it behind me.
Oh, crap. He disappeared.
No, he didn't disappear. You saw him clearly open the
I
door.
said, wait for him to find the secret door
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
pick up the longsword and hand it to you.
Stabbing the sleeping
Stabbing
ones.
the sleeping ones because they
With
only
a +3 longsword.
they only stay sleeping so often.
Yes.
While the rest of us are standing ready with.
The
Other
long
weapons are
sword does a D8. I didn't
Yes.
get a D8 out.
I'll let you dig for a D8 of preference.
A bright yellow one at this end if you want it.
Well, there's a yellow one, but it's hard to read.
Yeah, this
that-
this is
The
opaque.
red
yellow.
one's pretty easy
Okay.
to read. So 12 and 4 is 16 plus the sword I hit. We take the damage and then double it, right? We don't roll twice? Okay. So it's 8 plus 3 for the magic, double.
It's
Yeah.
very
he's
bad goblin.
He's really not alive anymore. I mean, he's not just unconscious. He's very dead.
He's Goblin Burger.
Next.
Sincerely.
Okay, a natural 20 hits.
Oh yeah.
For 2 and 3 is 5, doubled is 10.
Oh, the 20 may also do something about that.
I don't know.
Critical killing.
Yeah, I mean,
You wanna step that back out of my course.
Would you like some more water?
Yes, please. Let's see
I know he's dead. I just want to see.
if
Just want to
there's.
see how dead he is.
I don't.
It doesn't look like there's a critical
Okay.
hit. It's just an automatic hit on a 20.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I automatically.
So a 20 always hits regardless of.
If the thing can be hit. I mean, if he's on the other side of the planet and you say, I
Right.
swing at him, and I got a
So
20.
it isn't like the fantasy trip where you just try to hit. But he is dead.
He is dead, yes.
I've got 2
That
more.
was, no, that was number 2. You Yeah, no, yeah, there are 2 more.
All right. So yes, you killed 1 and 2. 3 is already laying there with a dagger in them.
Yep.
You probably want to pick the dagger up.
I probably want to kill the last
Okay.
sleepers.
So yes, 5 and 6.
5. Might have missed. 7 and 4 and
Is there
another.
11 and 3 is 14.
Uh,
Or is the
okay.
4 count that?
My attack bonus with the longsword is 2. So 7 and 3 is 10, 12, and the plus 4 makes it 16.
Okay.
14 was all you need.
Okay. 4 and 3 is 7, doubled 14.
Yeah.
I'm really testing.
You're testing the lower limits of success here.
Yes, I think I finally managed to miss. So let's see. 6, 8, 12 will miss.
You have missed. You struck the floor and
For
knocked
max
the hobgoblin. Well, ouch!
He did
says the
22
floor.
points. You did 22 points of damage to the floor.
Does it wake it?
No.
Okay.
Try again.
That
18,
hit
that's going to hit.
for 7 and 3, 20 damage. Total.
Yeah, it's dead as well.
And last one, I guess.
Well,
The one that has the dagger in it and is unconscious but not dead.
do you want to question it?
No.
Testing the lower bounds again. 6, 8, 12, and then the plus 3 takes me over. Yes.
Yep.
So 5 doubled is 10.
And that kills that. All right. Well, you've killed 5 of them.
Now I will retrieve my dagger.
All right.
They wanted their box back.
They wanted their box back.
Yes.
I don't have their box.
Well,
no, we're
it's
trying
that
to
one
break their
over there.
box.
Oh, we're trying to take their box. Well,
Mhm.
they should have given us the key. Do they have a key on them?
Yes,
So
you
we
guys are
searched
going
the
to
bodies.
search the bodies?
Yes.
All right. So each of them has a bronze scimitar.
Okay.
They are dressed in. I believe. Let's see.
The scimitars might be worth something. Although bronze is the best of the metals.
Right.
Yeah.
Managed to kill them all without accidentally waking any of them up.
Right.
Yes, it was close.
It was close. I did max damage to the floor.
Yes.
However, I did not miss the floor.
Yes.
Just the half level.
There it is.
Several
Yes,
rolls
they're
of-
all wearing leather armor. And they each have a shield, a wooden shield.
Unless any of the armor looks special, we don't care.
Yeah, it's not of high quality. It's not special in any way.
And the wooden shields are so what you also, I believe.
Well,
We're going to need golf bags for the accumulation of weapons.
we can leave the scimitars behind. It depends on how much other stuff we have to haul. I
Yeah.
mean, it's an easy choice between coins and scimitars.
You vary.
Although, take their scimitars over some of the scrap metal collected.
I'd take the
Okay.
scrap plate over the scimitar, not for value, but because
Utility.
somebody might want to know about it.
That's true. It's always possible that somebody will be able to recognize.
Each of them has a leather pouch. They have a total of 60 silver pieces and 10 gold between them.
That makes the math easy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No key.
Nobody has a key.
So do we go, now that we know where the supposed owners are, do we go and check their place for the key? Or do we continue pounding?
If there are any more, if there are any more critters that the one who fled could bring in as reinforcements, I think the sooner we find them, the better. Better
Okay.
we find them than they find us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want them to be sneaky next time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hobgoblins don't normally do
Well-
sneaky, but if he's, I don't know.
Given the way he ran down the hallway, I don't think there's any traps on the hall.
Yeah.
So locate that secret door he came through.
Okay. You go to the end of the hall. Yeah, somebody who's...
Yeah, I couldn't find the end of the hall.
Wow!
5.
3.
Okay, you find
Find
it. Mr. 6 and Mr. 5, even though they know there's a secret door there, are unable to find the secret door. So you point it out and say, "No, really, press right there."
Yeah.
All right, I'll press right there.
Okay. Yeah, it opens. There's a door.
Oh, so the hobgoblin's worth XP.
Yes. Each of you can take 125 experience points.
Just so I know, what is the threshold for 4th level for Scout?
Scout.
Or Scout.
You're not doing the air quotes.
Scout.
5,000.
Okay, I have a long ways to go.
He is a lot. I'm still level 1.
You're getting close to level 2, though, right?
Yeah, yes, you're right. I am.
Nobody
No,
forced you to take a multi-classed character.
I was gonna say,
know.
if you have the same number as I do at this point, the two things we have gotten so far are about 20% of the experience we need, the additional experience we needed to pick up to get to 2nd level.
Yep.
We'll probably pick up more
All right.
experience points the same way.
Yes.
So there are this is it opens into a 30 by 30 room. There are doors on the southeast and the east, west, and south walls, centered on all 3 of those walls. And you're coming in through the north.
Yep.
It looks like the hobgoblins have been staying in this room for a while.
Is he looting his comrade's stuff?
No, you would say that because the west door is ajar, that he probably left via that door.
Now, what doors are available apart from the one we came in?
We came
East,
in
south.
north. There's east, south, and west doors.
Okay.
But yes, there are like bedrolls. There are half a dozen bedrolls. There is a leather sack next to one of them.
Oh, do a quick check of the liver sack.
Okay, it has Oh, yeah. There's also, I mean, rotting food, some wine skins.
Hobgoblins are not good.
They're not. You one of the reasons you would say they've been in here for a while is they chose a corner and used it.
Right.
I will not be searching that corner.
Okay.
Well,
I will not comment on whether the others will. I will not be
Okay.
searching that corner.
I doubt there's anything valuable there.
Yeah.
I really greatly
Well,
doubt it.
sometimes there is.
so
Some choose to hide things in truly disgusting locations, figuring no one would look there.
Point. If there are any hobgoblins that cagey, they're going to get away with it for the time being.
Uh-huh.
in the sack, there are 20 gold pieces. There's 260 silver.
7 and 6 would be 13, 270.
260.
Okay, so we're up to
Yeah.
330 silver.
If you search through the bedrolls and the other stuff that's in here, nothing is
Of
Worth it.
interest.
of interest. Nothing's valuable.
And
There's
keys.
there's nothing that's gem in. There's no keys.
Okay.
Um,
He may have claimed the box since he didn't have any way to open it either.
So, shall we go through the west door and follow and see which way the hobgoblin went?
Sure.
So we go through the west door.
Okie dokie.
Their investment plan.
I will laugh if we find a hobgoblin being eaten by a
Great ooze.
Yeah. Yeah, I think stand back till Hobgoblin is beyond any chance of fighting back, and then set the Grey Ooze on fire. I was
Alright.
going to say, obviously, their investment plan is wait for adventurers to come down and kill them and loot the bodies. Ours is go down and find the monsters, kill them and loot the bodies. Our program is having better returns so far.
So you go out the west door,
Yes.
20-foot long corridor. Then there is another door.
Is it also ajar?
It is also ajar. Yes.
Yep.
This opens into a very large room, 30 feet north-south and 90 feet east-west.
Oh
I
my.
can't see the far end if it's 90 feet away.
Yeah.
However, we might hear them running still. Or panting, having run that distance.
There are tattered tapestries on the wall. There are several braziers, not lit, but sort of in a line along each wall. Along the wall.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are piles of bones. It looks like,
That's not an auspicious sign.
yeah, it looks like they've been broken up, hacked with swords.
Okay.
Yeah, there are 3 piles of bones. You're supposed to give me one.
And no obvious running hobgoblin.
No.
We might want to give up on it then.
Yeah. Are you
If we're
entering
not
the
catching
room?
up.
Are you gonna? I mean, you can see the yeah. They're sort of grouped.
I think we will want to investigate it, but I'm also thinking the hobgoblin got away.
Probably. But let's investigate the room.
We don't want to deal with the rest of the chest since it might loop back around to grab it.
There's that. Yeah, let's go back and deal with the chest.
Okay.
Nothing in
We
here
will
looks
come-
like it's going anywhere.
Right.
We
Except
hope-
maybe those stacks of bones.
We hope not.
They look pretty busted up, and they look like somebody hacked away at them for a while.
That leads me to suspect that they might be skeletons and they might reform if we went back into the room.
Or whatever made them into piles of bones might still be there, but
Yeah.
the hobgoblin was able to flee through, so.
Right. There's that. So back to the chest.
Back to the chest. Okay, so you spend a little while longer pounding away at the bolts, and
Yep.
eventually it will come free.
Okay.
Yay.
Well, with the hobgoblins and the grey oozes and everything, I don't think any former adventurer is still alive down here.
Probably not.
Shall we take our loot and leave now before we join their fate? Or do we want to continue exploring right now? I'm thinking with the armor, with the chest, all of that
You're
stuff.
thinking we're carrying around enough stuff that it's possibly worth it to go back to Morgan's Fort and
dump it
bank it.
somewhere safe?
yeah,
Yes.
I can go along with that. Sure.
Okay.
Before we overflow the boat.
Right.
Yeah.
So we head out of that room through the secret door into the room that branches off to the three areas where the pit traps empty down into. You go north through that room that was a storage room.
Mm-hmm.
North, west, south, along the corridor.
They made this place really good.
Roll a d6. You.
Okay. 6.
Okay. You roll a d6.
6.
Stonework?
Roll a d6.
4.
Nope. Okay, so you keep going down the corridor, south, and then west, and then up the stairs.
Okay. And out.
Back on the first level.
Yep.
We didn't die in the process, so I suspect we just missed a secret door.
Yeah.
We have this haunting feeling that we missed something.
Yeah, I got this
All
strange
right.
feeling.
So then north, you know about this secret door because you've been through it. You go through that door, down along the corridor to the west, past the two niches to where there's a door. You open the door, you go up the stairs, and you're back outside.
What time of day is it now?
It is just before lunch.
I would say let's get let's get back off this island back to the main bank and then stop for lunch.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. Back into the boat. And onto the river. And to the other bank. And into Morgan's Fort. You have successfully made it back to Morgan's Fort.
Yay! So, having made it back, now we have time to count coins in the chest.
360 silver pieces.
Okay, so a total of 690 silver. Let's divide it up now.
Okay.
There are 4 of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
We have 35 gold each. Doesn't divide by 4. 36 would be 9 each. Take 9, I'll take 8.
World's most generous scout.
So we get 9 gold each.
Yep.
Okay.
And 690 div for.
Well, 680 would be.
Okay.
And then you can have the extra 10.
Okay.
680 would be 150, and so 170.
Okay. And finally, 10 copper. Who wants it?
I'll take it. You
All
never
right.
know what. Never know
I
when a
don't
little
care
small
at
change
that point,
comes in
but-
handy.
I wrote it
Okay.
down.
And we go see the blacksmith.
Okay.
We give him junk metal.
Junk
He doesn't
metal.
look impressed.
We also have these 5 bronze scimitars.
Okay, I
Does he have
don't
any use
usually
for those?
work in bronze.
Can you, before you melt it down, can you check the plate to see if there's any identifying marks that would tell us
Or
who it
even-
belonged to? Some human.
Sure, he will look. No,
Okay.
Oh, well.
We
he
tried.
doesn't find any identifying marks.
We tried.
So would there be anybody else in Morgansport that would be interested in the scimitars? I believe the
Really?
answer is no. But
No.
Okay. Well, if you ever have anyone calling for bronze work, you have some bronze now.
yeah.
We're not
Yes.
asking for any recompense.
If that
on
happens.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a crowbar that I can purchase from you?
Sure.
Was it 10 copper?
Yes.
10 copper, yes.
Gold.
All right. I will spend 2 gold. And take a sturdy crowbar.
Yes, it's 3 feet long, so.
It'll fit in the pack.
Or you could use it as a walking stick.
I suppose that's true.
Okay, backpack is part of the standard
Yeah.
equipment.
I am carrying 2 weapons now, though.
I still have this long sword of unknown magical quality.
It's known to be magic, but unknown what.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The
Now,
one
is
that
there-
we found with the chainmail and the medium shield.
Who's carrying the hammer, by the way?
That
He
would
is.
be- I
Okay.
was going to ask.
Do you
So
want-
now that we're out of the, I will use the longsword to touch the hammer. Is it magical?
Yes, it is magical.
Is there a temple here?
There is
There's
a
shrine
shrine.
there.
well,
Shrine or
it's
chapel?
a chapel. Yes,
Yeah,
it isn't a
okay.
temple. It's a
Oh,
chapel.
that's
But
right.
is
And
that-
someone mans it.
Yes.
There is-
In fact, your character has worked, and it's
Mm-hmm.
the Chapel of Saint Quirrell.
Okay.
It is attended by Father Felbane, a 6th level cleric of the Church of Tau Reform.
So, might he be able to tell you anything about this?
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's a hammer of noticeably above average quality that's got some sort of magical quality to it. Furthermore, if there was another adventuring cleric or elf in a paladin that had some paladins attract trouble. They're almost always
No, they
nice
don't.
guys
They don't
and they
attract
mean
it.
well.
They go seek it out.
Well, yes, but even when they're not actively seeking, evil critters and stuff, I'm looking for them. It's a
All
rough
right.
one.
So you're taking the hammer to the
shrine,
chapel.
Yeah, to the chapel, yes. And see if he can tell me anything more than I already.
Let me look at it. See if I can do a little better than. Oh, that's a lot better, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, I recognize this hammer. It has been lost for quite a while. It was used by a cleric of Ta. It is a +1 hammer, +2 versus undead.
Oh. Well, if we know where
Did you find the cleric who was wielding it?
we found some very rusted plate armor, and there weren't really any bones because a grave was got.
Oh, so nothing to bury or
Nothing to bury.
Okay.
But we, if it's known where he came from, message could be sent to his home temple. Or
he's
his
been gone for
family
like
or-
20 years.
Okay.
So it's,
Oh well.
What about the hammer?
It is +1 in general, but +2 against undead.
Ah,
If no one objects, I think I will just hang on to
I
that.
think that is reasonable. Now, how can I find out what this sword is magical at?
That would be something to ask somebody else.
yeah,
Cleric
I
of the
recognize
chapel.
the priest in the chapel recognized the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do an identifier.
For a suitable donation.
Well, he doesn't. I mean, he's a cleric. He doesn't do identifiers. His identifier.
Up in the slate home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say.
think that was
don't
where
know
you've been
if-
getting
That's-
magic
Yeah,
items.
I don't think we've got anybody in Morgan's fort that's that's got that talent that we know of.
Mm-hmm. How much does it cost?
What, a longsword?
No.
Copy out a spell?
Oh,
You get a copy of a spell?
I think it was somewhere around 200 gold, wasn't it?
yeah, it's kind of expensive.
On the other hand, I'd be willing to pitch in 50 towards one of you doing it because it would, in
I
the
was-
long run, save us.
I was just going to say I would be willing to consider that an investment in the welfare of the party.
How much?
I am trying to look up. Do we not have the identifiers?
Spellcrafters, a basic fantasy supplement.
Yeah, we're not playing with any of the schools.
Oh, okay. I just figured I would look at it.
Yeah.
But let's Chaotic Caves, Equipment Emporium, Beginner's Essentials. I'm trying to remember what. core book is called? 3rd edition core rules French translation. That's
It's just called Basic Fantasy Role Playing Games. The base book. It sounds like you just swing it around and eventually figure out what it does.
Oh,
It doesn't seem to be. I mean, I will tell you that in Slateholm there is somebody who can analyze it and figure out what it does. But
it isn't a
there's
spell.
no listed spell.
Okay.
It is.
So it's a spell that player characters will never get, I guess.
What are the other first level spells?
The first level spells are Charm Person, Detect Magic, Floating Disc, Hold Portal, Light, Magic Missile, Magic Mouth, Protection from Evil, Read Languages, Shield, Sleep, and Ventriloquism.
What does Magic Mouth one do? I remember.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
It makes something talk
Yeah,
when something happens. So it's a way to leave a message behind.
but at least in AD&D, the Magic Mouth was amazingly powerful. So one of the examples they gave was trigger upon a nonagenarian passing within 30 feet carrying a sack of groat clusters.
Lovely.
So it would have to be able to identify the exact age of someone and peer inside a sack.
Yeah.
And identify groat clusters.
Later editions did not allow for anything that a normal person could not perceive.
Yeah, but it didn't say that in AD&D.
It did not say it in
So what does it say here?
Imbues the chosen non-living object with an enchanted mouth that suddenly appears and speaks its message the next time a specified event occurs. The message, which may be up to 3 words per caster level long, can be in any language known by the caster and can be delivered over a period of 10 minutes at any volume from a whisper to a yell. The voice will resemble the caster's but not be identical. The mouth cannot use command words or activate magical effects. It does, however, move according to the words articulated. If it were placed upon a statue, the mouth of the statue would move and appear to speak. Of course, magic mouth can be placed upon a tree, rock, or any other object. The spell functions when specific conditions are fulfilled according to the caster's command as set in the spell. Commands can be as general or as detailed as desired, although only visual and audible triggers can be used.
So this does give the
So
limitation.
no knowing someone's exact age
Right.
or what they're carrying in a closed sack.
Yes.
For example.
Triggers react to what appears to be the case. Disguises and illusions can fool them. Normal darkness does not defeat a visual trigger, but magical darkness or invisibility does. Silent movement or magical silence defeats audible triggers. Yeah, in the original in AD&D, it didn't say anything like that. So an invisible nonagenarian carrying a sack of groat clusters could trigger a magic mouth then. Audible triggers. Audible triggers can be keyed to general types of noises or to a specific noise or spoken word. Actions can serve as trigger if they are visible or audible. A magic mouth cannot distinguish level, hit dice, or class except by external guard. The range limit of a trigger is 10 feet per caster level, so a 6th level caster can command a magic mouth to respond to triggers as far away as 60 feet. Regardless of range, the mouth can respond only to visible or audible triggers and actions in line of sight or within hearing distance. That's much more limited than it was.
Yes. Yes, but
We had so many arguments about what a magic mouth could do.
if somebody who knows comes up to a particular stretch of wall and says, "Got any messages for me?"
Yeah.
you could.
Yes.
You could leave someone voicemail in the stockade wall.
Yes. So you can't use a magic mouth to do an identify.
Right.
So basically, it's going to be figuring out if this is. Well, no, you would know. You would be able to determine if it was cursed.
I should. Well, I could certainly check if it's evil. Is a cursed weapon evil? Or does detect evil only work on living things?
The caster can detect creatures with evil intentions, magic items with evil enchantments, and
There we
possibly extraplanar creatures of evil nature.
There you
Yes,
go,
I would
cursed
say
weapon should
a
trigger.
cursed weapon would be considered evil.
So I should just check.
Yeah, because I don't want to wield the thing and then find I can't let go of it.
Yeah, that's always annoying. Especially if it's one of those, -3 to hit, -2 to damage, and you can't let go of it. So since we are back in Morgan's Fort for the time
Yes.
being and have leisure, I should be able to just do that and not worry about it.
The way you would normally do it is in the morning when you're chanting up your spells or whatever you do
Yep.
to memorize the spells for the day is you just choose Detect Evil as one of your spells. And
I am not going to feed you.
At second level, how many can I get each day? Remind me.
Detect Evil is a first level clerical
Right.
spell.
Yes.
You are second level. So you have one first level spell.
There's one other spell is third.
Yes. Yes, this is one of those systems where first level clerics don't have any spells.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he picked up one at second and he'll pick up another one at third.
Yes.
So if we call it a day and take tomorrow for rest and resupply, I could safely pick Detect Evil for my spell of the day tomorrow and check it then.
Or we could just continue on.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, or we could,
Let's
even
continue
head
on
back
and-
today. It's not much after.
Well, the incentive to wait until tomorrow is that his sleep will regenerate.
we might want to tell
the
what's
guy in
his
charge
name,
of the
Halden Grafwin, that
Grafwin.
there were hobgoblins,
Oh,
a
yeah.
group of hobgoblins held up in the basement of that fort.
yes.
Yes.
And
One of them got away.
Yes, and emphasis on were mostly one escapee. And for that matter, that we found the presumed remains of that cleric from 20 years ago.
Is there a bounty on hobgoblins?
Probably not.
No.
But he probably wouldn't like a small squad of them nearby either.
Right.
Well, we've made the squad smaller.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not that it is. They are now down to n-5, whatever n is.
Yes.
We only saw one
Well,
I
escape,
know.
is what we can say.
Right.
Yes.
And it looked like that they only had camping equipment for 6.
Oh, that's correct. So might be just
There
one
might be
survivor.
just the one survivor.
In which case
We
he
cannot
might have
be-
run out of the. He might have run away
He,
completely.
he may be heading back to Hobgoblin homeland,
Right.
wherever that is.
Or wherever it was that they were basing out of.
Yep.
However
If
close
I
that
had
may
to
be.
gas somewhere on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
If we were
But-
looking for a
That would be a good
hobgoblin
guess.
hangout, I'd say either, really thick gloomy forest or a cave somewhere.
I think you guys did hear a rumor about some caves east of the river.
Okay.
When you're trying to find rumors, you're spending a while in town or in the fort.
That is worth
Listening for
checking
rumors.
on at a future time, but
Let's finish off the.
Yeah, let's go back to
yep.
the fort the next morning.
Okie dokie.
We also still have the no-touch chest that we haven't hauled away. Remember, it had a sign on it, "Do not touch," or something to that effect.
That's right.
I
Is that on the
remember
first floor?
vaguely.
That's on first floor.
Yes, wooden chest, no touch.
And it
Left
has
in
a
situ,
golem
guarded by statue.
by statue.
Oh, that's right. If you touch the chest, the statues animate and fight you.
Is our guess.
Right. We haven't
We have
tested
not
it
tested
yet
the
because we-
hypothesis.
No such thing as dynamite.
And you can't summon
Just-
critters, right? Okay.
Just as well, there's no such thing as dynamite. Eventually, orcs or hobgoblins we've got hold of some.
Yeah.
Or better yet, goblins throwing dynamite all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be messy.
annoying.
The Goblin Suicide Corps might be amusing. How well can they throw the dynamite?
There's always that.
What percentage of the lit dynamite gets dropped at their feet and destroys them and some colleagues?
And also, how well can they count to 3 before they throw it?
Yeah.
Yes. What comes after one again?
Boom! I am looking forward to Pathfinder Second Edition to run a goblin because I've come up with what I think will be a hilarious concept. A goblin arson inspector.
A goblin what?
Arson inspector. He found out the humans would pay him to recreate fires if it helped him find out how they got created. And he gets to go investigate all sorts of fires.
Okay.
Yep.
So we wait till the next day, is that right? Everybody has their spells back.
All none of them.
I better go with cure light wounds as usual.
Mhm.
Good idea.
Yep. I will prepare my spell.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the combination of I'll put them to sleep, then you stab them is really impressive.
It has been a successful tactic, yes.
And, I got no moral qualms about hobgoblins or most of the other critters we've come up against. One advantage of half-orc clerics, they can sometimes actually talk bands of orcs into, yeah, okay, let's try being bodyguards or construction workers or something rather than going around looting.
Okay.
Doesn't have a high success rate, but it's not hopeless. Hobgoblins, we don't even try.
So we ran into something on the way. How we were in the water?
Yes.
All fun. At least we don't have a bunch of
Dwarves
heavy
just love that
valuables.
sort of thing.
Hey, it could be worse if we were coming back with treasure and we might end up
We've
trying
done that
to salvage
too.
stuff from the bottom of the river.
Okay. You spot a yes. There's no actual roll for this. You just spot way off in the distance. It's another crocodile.
Ah,
Let's let it live, and hopefully it'll feel the same about us.
It does not seem interested in you.
Okay.
Okay.
it probably doesn't
Middle
look
that.
that tasty.
I have no interest in having brand new crocodile boots.
Nah, my boots are fine.
Other than that, you make it to the island. Pull your rowboat, whatever, up on shore. Head to where you've been entering.
Mm-hmm.
Go down the steps. Hit the door. Go down the corridor.
Go down to the room that the goblin was.
Last
All right.
last inferred passing
Well,
through.
No, do we
No.
want that one? No, I wanted the camper room.
Ah,
The
okay.
room where they were camping out.
All right. The room where the hobgoblins were camping
Yes.
out. So
Yes.
you go down, go through a secret door. You go down the corridor. Go down some stairs.
That's enough to make you wish for
North,
a word of
east,
recall.
south, through the storage room, through the room that connected the three short corridors.
Replenish the supply we used some.
Okay. Go through the secret door, go east to the room that had the chest bolted to the floor, go south, go through the secret door, and you are now in the hobgoblins' room.
East.
That's,
Okay.
that's
Well,
where
we have not
did-
gone east or south.
Right. Okay.
East.
That's right, because he fled to the west door
Right.
we pursued.
Is there a door there? Yes, there's a door to the east.
There is a door to the
Are you going
east.
to listen at that door, please?
Sure. Oh, nothing to be heard.
Did you roll 15? Oh no, that's 81. Right. Don't hear anything. Nothing there.
That's correct.
Check
Yes.
for traps.
Checking for traps.
I'd do much better if he rolled. Probably. There's no traps here.
Is it
So you open the. Is it locked?
Is it locked?
Yes.
Try the goblin key first.
Yeah, that actually works on this door.
Okay.
Open the door.
All right.
Check off keys.
Short corridor. It's about 20 feet, and then ends in another door.
Listen at the door.
Yep. Nothing to be heard. 68.
Trapped.
Won't it be nice when you're higher level? Have a real percentage to.
Not
No
trapped.
traps. And even if I was higher level, there'd be no traps.
Right. Goblin key unlock this one too? Oh, is it locked?
It is not locked.
Okay.
Oh, you said you checked for traps and
Yep.
rolled.
An
85.
85.
Okay.
And
So-
my percentage chance is 30.
So yes, there's no traps.
There are no traps. It isn't locked, but it is stuck. So somebody needs to.
Okay. It opens on a 1 or a 2.
It opens.
So.
How badly injured am I?
Unfortunately,
It was trapped, huh?
It was
60
trapped.
ton weight falls on me.
So, is there like a saving throw you get against this sort of a thing?
It depends on the trap.
There's
Usually
a
to
spear coming out of the ceiling. trying
Okay, usually there's a to hit roll for that sort of thing
to- okay.
against his armor class.
What's your armor class?
Current hit, money, gold. Oh, that's over here on
Just above hit points is armor class on the normal.
armor class 13.
What are you wearing for armor?
Worse than I am.
I've got to be leather with no shield.
I'm a magic user.
Fighter magic user, right?
Fighter magic user, but
Yeah.
I'm still limited in my arms.
All right. Well, I hit, and you took 5 points of damage. A very large spear came out of the ceiling,
Sorry,
but you got the door open.
I missed that.
If you're carrying the enchanted wine skin, now would be a good time to stop for a drink.
Yeah. I'm going to.
Well,
How did
is
I
there
set this up?
anything in the room that's going to attack us?
That's a good point.
There's nothing like obviously attacking them.
Okay.
I am going to quaff one of the last healing potions from the wineskin. That'll leave us with one more.
And I'm carrying one separately.
And that heals how much?
I believe it's a D8, isn't it?
You're gonna say,
Does it
don't
say?
say it.
Because there are different healing potions.
This is the one provided by the unicorn.
I have 6 healing potions, but I don't even notice how good they were.
I don't think we knew. Well, we did.
The imbiber of this potion receives. Oh, it's 1d6 plus 1.
Okay. So
In
at least
other
get 2
words, at
points
least
back.
2,
Mhm.
yeah.
4.
I get 4 points back.
That's,
Yay.
almost as good as new.
Yes.
So,
I'm feeling much better.
Good.
yeah.
Good.
And while you did that, we searched the chamber.
Okay. You enter the chamber. And. Five. As you enter, five things that look like piles of dusty leather and cloth rise, and you recognize that there are 5 skeletons in the room.
Aha.
This sounds like an initiative roll.
Yes.
I should use a different die for initiative.
I think you should.
6.
That's a 7. My goodness.
I think it's not.
He's got a
Plus
bonus.
Bonus. And roll
Right.
a 6.
I have a +1 bonus and roll a 5.
Wow, that's awesome. So yes, as you're entering the room, these piles of bones and whatever
Mhm.
rise.
I will get out my mace because
7s.
Yeah.
because I had heard that hitting them with the blunt thing works better.
Yeah.
And can I move up to it and smack one?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to look at the room for a second first. It is a 20 by 20 room, so it's not a very big.
Okay.
You can move up to them. Smack one.
Does a 13 hit?
A 13 hits exactly.
3 damage.
All right.
Blunt. Because the stiletto of slay everything doesn't work on things that are already dead.
Right.
Yes, that is true.
If it comes to whacking them, I have a hammer, but I am going to attempt making them all just go away.
Yes, you have a hammer that should be. Skeletons are technically undead.
Yes,
Right,
they
but
are.
I'm going to try turning them first, or would that not work in a
Well-
where they have nowhere to go?
I don't think you can actually make them go away. What you can make them do is cower in a corner. I don't think you have.
Which would make them easier to hit, I
Yeah.
suppose. From the numbers, that looks like a
Cleric versus undead.
looks like roll a d20.
Yeah.
And if I got 11 or higher,
They pay attention.
yes, if I get 11 or higher, they'll go, oh shit, a cleric. And however,
Yes.
nothing to lose by
Yeah.
trying.
You don't actually with your turning ability. You don't destroy them. You
Yeah.
just turn them and
Yep.
they get as far away from you as possible.
Does a natural 20 do anything helpful here?
It succeeds. Roll 2d6.
6 total, a 1 and a 5.
All of them flee to the far corner of the room.
Okay. You can fail morale rolls even after you're dead.
Well, this isn't
I
exactly.
know.
I'm a wreck.
I know.
So-
Being sarcastic at their expense.
So, if we walk up to them and pound them, they can attack us.
Yes.
If we use slings,
Let's see.
It'd take a while for a
only
sling
a
to
single
do.
point from arrow, bolt, or sling stones, plus
Oh.
any magical damage.
so
Bonus damage.
no, we don't want to be slinging stones all week.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
what would be great is if somebody had a pole arm, like that had a hammer at the end, you know.
Yeah.
Then you could be far enough away they couldn't attack you, and you could just beat them.
So, shall we just investigate the room and then leave?
We should leave them dead.
I'd
Okay.
rather
How
try
many
and
are there?
5.
I think
Can we get into a position where we are only in reach of one or at most two?
that seems like it'd be possible because they are totally not taking initiative.
And do you have to continue to show them the might?
Yes, you.
Yeah, I have to
keep them
keep
tur-
holding out my holy symbol. Let me with my other hand lend you this hammer. Lend whoever wants it this hammer that's +2 against undead.
I have a blunt weapon. Do you?
I do not.
Okay, you take it. I have a mace.
I will
All
take
right.
the blunt weapon.
I will, I will keep, and I will keep them paralyzed with whatever they're using for fear, and you guys can attack them
Respect
one
for
at a time.
knowledge.
Yeah. Realization now that they're
Being a silly
undead.
child.
Oh, there are gods.
Poor child.
Shit. Here I was optimistically being an atheist.
Yes.
Okay. It's really not combat rounds.
Right.
Okay. So just start mashing skeletons.
Mhm.
That hit before, so 8 damage to one.
Let's see, the hammer is
Plus two versus
against
undead.
So
And that's +2 to hit and +2 damage.
yeah. Well, that brings me up to 12, so I still miss.
You need a 13 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, I hit 1 for 8 damage.
It's destroyed.
Next
These don't go unconscious. They just
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Next round.
sure.
That's better.
18. That easily hits.
What is?
What's the damage with this hammer?
Yeah, how
Plus
many
plus
damage?
two.
I know, but
What's the damage
base
side?
damage?
I don't have hammer. I have mace.
Mace is D8, hammer might not quite so effective.
Well, that's weird. Hammers and maces lists Warhammer, mace, and maul. Isn't a Warhammer like a
Really?
arm?
No.
It's
Oh,
a big,
no.
it's long handled,
It's
but
got
it's
a
not
long head. It's got a
full.
long handle. Actually, it has a rather small head. Very heavy. Well, rather long because it's meant to pound
Pierce.
into armor.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They made them.
I'll just say
on
it's qualifies as a Warhammer. It
Yeah.
does a D6.
D6. Okay, so it's D6 plus 2. Whoops.
Well, plus your strength, if any.
8, 10.
Well,
That one.
Well, that feels better.
yeah, it shatters into pieces.
I only did 7 to 9.
That's good enough. Yeah.
That sounds
I think
like
that's
four
all of
down,
them.
one
All
down.
right.
Four down,
Oh, no,
one
that
down.
was
There's
4 down.
one more.
One more. I hit 1 for 5.
Oh. Yeah, that's good enough.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Reading the rules on dead.
So how much experience is 5 skeletons worth?
Okie dokie.
That is the other advantage to killing them. We actually get the experience.
Everybody take 125 experience points.
Uh-huh.
I assume you are now searching the room.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
1.
What room?
Well, he
You
didn't actually
figured
ask us
that
to
a
roll
lot.
anything.
I didn't ask you to roll
Oh, okay.
anything.
Lucky for
Well,
us.
all the other
So,
searchers have been roll a dice 6. So.
No, they haven't.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's secret doors, traps,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah, well, traps for
Hidden things.
hand is like a
Yeah.
percentile roll. So the skeletons each had a sword.
Okay.
That's in decent shape.
It's in decent shape. It hasn't been, laid on by a gray
So
ooze
6
for
swords?
decades.
5.
5.
Five swords.
Short, long.
They are long swords. 5 long swords.
Okay.
They were wearing scraps of leather armor.
Yeah. So what?
Each of them had a pouch for a total of 160 silver pieces. One of the pouches had a key in it.
Ah.
Underneath
So
it,
I have a skeleton key to go with the goblin key.
yes.
A skeleton key. Fun.
There is also in this room, buried under a bunch of scraps of cloth and leather, a chest.
Let's try the skeleton key on the chest.
Would you check it for traps first?
All right.
That's right.
40. Let's see. My check for traps is 30.
So there's no traps.
So there's no trap.
Try the skeleton key.
Mm-hmm.
That is the correct key for this chest, which was locked. Yes.
And it actually wasn't trapped, apparently, or else opening
Or
it with
it's
the key
trapped such that.
bypasses.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the chest are 240 silver pieces.
Huh?
Okay. So that's round 400 total.
That is 400.
A round
Oh, a round
400
Yes.
total.
100.
However,
Two words. A round.
Yeah.
Not a single word. Around.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Apparently, once you're undead, there are just so few things to spend money on anymore.
It's rather like being a sailor on board ship, you know?
Yes.
Well,
I
they found
suppose.
ways to explain.
I mean, you
Oh,
can
yeah,
spend
they-
it on extra rum rations or
Yes.
gambling or
Yes, they did find ways to do that. The Yankee sailors found a way around that. You didn't get your pay until you got off the ship.
Yep.
Okay, well, that is yes.
It had
Good
its
gamble.
advantage.
There are no other exits to this room, and there's nothing else really of value in this room.
Okay.
My sense of humor went in a different direction. I'm thinking of one where skeleton walks into a bar, says, "Give me a pint of beer and a mop."
Mm-hmm.
Kind of take the fun out of going out drinking.
So, you can exit this room, go back into the short corridor, exit into the room that the hobgoblins were staying in.
All right.
We got one more door we haven't tried.
Two.
One.
One.
I thought you
there was
tried the
one when we
west
first
door.
came in-
Well,
the
that's
west
what
door
you
was
haven't
the
tried.
Down the west door.
Right,
West
yeah.
door. So we have to
Yes.
go to the
South.
south door.
Go south.
So, yeah, you don't bother listening. There's nothing. So you go south, you go west.
Corridor turns a corner, presumably.
Yes.
Okay. South and west.
You enter the armory.
Huh.
A lot of very badly rusted weapons. And armor.
We should check because there have been cases where we found unrusted stuff in amongst them, and those items turned out to be magical.
Worth spending a little time going through weapons and armor, looking for.
Something
Now.
that
Yeah,
some-
you look and this is all scrap stuff.
Okay. If the blacksmith wants it, we'll bring it back next time.
You're pretty sure that he could use this as material for,
Okay.
but I mean this has probably been here for multiple decades.
Okay.
Let's see. So go west some more. Into another room. This room appears to be so. There are doorways that you're passing through, but there's no actual doors in these doorways.
Archways. Got
It's
it.
archways, yes. This room has a number of religious murals on the wall, and there is a pedestal that has a stone basin on top of it.
Please tell us this is for the gods.
It is not for Todd. It is one of the pagan gods that was popular before the Empire moved into this area. The basin looks like it was probably for like holy water, but there's no holy water in it anymore. It doesn't appear to have been desecrated, so it's probably still considered consecrated to that god, but you would have no use for it. I mean, it's consecrated to.
It's consecrated to some other god,
Yeah.
not somebody evil, but not somebody I.
Right. Before the empire moved in here, there were a whole bunch of religions. I think they say something about that in the.
So we don't have to wreck it like the one.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Right.
not like the one that was in that in the castle. It really wasn't the castle.
Right.
It was, yeah, before the arrival of the empire, most of the more civilized people in the area worshipped one another of several pantheons of gods. Faced with discrimination from the people who moved in, these various religions joined together, and the combination of all those pantheons became the 100 gods. Because of this, the various gods' domains overlap. Yeah, so it's one of those.
One of the 100 gods, and I like.
You can recognize it. Oh yeah, that's that particular god of the forest. Actually, it's a water god. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that would make sense. A fortress on an island. You want to keep the river deities protected.
Anyway, so
yeah, might as well just pass on.
if you run into a priest of this particular god, they would be interested.
Yeah,
since it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't look like it's been desecrated. It's just not been
kept up.
up.
Well, I see no reason to desecrate it.
No,
There is an exit to the west from this room. Corridor goes another 50 feet, and there is a door.
Okay, listen. I might hear something. For once. My listen percent is 38, and I rolled a 13. Yay!
I don't believe you hear anything.
All right. Check for traps.
No traps.
No traps.
We are not.
Is it locked?
Yes.
Try the goblin key.
The goblin key does not work on here.
Try the skeleton key.
The skeleton key does not work on here.
Try the lockpicks. The lockpicks do not work on here.
Okie dokie.
Your turn.
My turn. Ooh, I bounce off the wall.
Ouch.
Oh, that did not feel good.
Yeah, I bounce off the wall also.
I will watch for oncoming monsters attracted by the noise.
Okie dokie.
You want to give it a try?
I could. My strength is only 12. I try bashing with a mace.
It's a roll of 1 and
6.
6.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Okay. After we've tried.
Yes!
Okay, you smash open the door.
And the spear falls through my head again.
No, there is no trap
Yay!
on the door.
Just beyond it, though.
On the
Just
door.
beyond it.
Wait a minute, did I just say that? Oh! So, you have busted into, well, there's a central dais, and on the dais there is, like, sarcophagus, or what is it when it's just a stone?
Sarcophagus.
It's still a sarcophagus. It's rectangular.
Yep.
It's ornate. So it's like a tomb.
Or smiley faces.
The tomb.
There are murals on the wall, both to that same water deity, but also to someone who obviously was like a king or something like that. No one has been in this room in a very long time.
Waited. I've seen that trick before.
So you've broken it. Let me look at the description of
That's
Have I
the silly one.
succeeded at picking that? I think I did.
I believe
once.
so.
Yeah, I think you remember.
It's a 30 by 30 room. The walls, as I said, are covered in murals. There is a raised area at the center with the sarcophagus.
E100.
So, anyone have idea who this
Ornate
was?
stone. If you each want to make a percentile roll, I'll let you have a percentage chance.
39. He wasn't a dwarf.
Did you roll? I can't see what you rolled.
I rolled 39.
Oh, okay. Well, neither of the 39s are
I
successful.
rolled a 0 or whatever that means.
Percentile?
Yes.
0, 0?
Yes.
That's
That's
100.
100.
That's
Ah.
as bad as you possibly could have rolled.
Okay. I have
Well,
no
I'm only
slightest
2/3 as bad as I could have possibly rolled. Slightly less. 65.
Okay, none of you
None of
know.
us knows.
Okay.
None of you are recognizing this king guy. You know who the deity is.
Yeah.
But the rest of you are like, okay, so I mean, 150 years ago, this
Yeah.
guy was a king. This
Some-
was where they entombed him.
Some bookish type might be interested in some of this.
Mhm.
Okay, do we want to go into the room and investigate?
Sure. I say stepping in.
Okay.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
I do have stone cunning.
You do know that 9 times out of 10, the worst events start with "hold my beer."
Well, in
No,
gaming, they start with what could possibly go
Yeah,
wrong.
what-
No,
Yeah,
no
that
one gave me
was-
a beer.
yeah,
But the wisdom is already. Yeah.
we'll go for the beer after we live through this. I'm being an optimist.
Okay. So where are you guys going exactly? I mean, like I said, there's a raised area. There's plenty of room around the raised area.
I'm going to look at the various murals and stuff and look
Okay.
at how well fashioned they are. I mean, are we talking master craftsmen for the work or?
Yes.
Oh. So,
Somebody went to a lot of work in here. As I said, the sarcophagus is very ornate.
okay. Well, I would
Does the
say
sarcophagus have an obvious cover?
Yes. There's a big stone cover on it.
I would say we look for some sort of runes that say something about this person, or some identifying marks, and copy them down and
Yep.
see if anyone back at the fort knows anything.
Search the rest of the
Inscribed, you can see inscribed on the
Sarcophagus.
sarcophagus, there is something in a language that I'm pretty sure none of you would understand. But it's like
Tiny.
small. You need
Yeah.
to get up on the dais to really get a good look at it.
Let's check the rest of the room carefully first.
Is that like some sort of magic thing? Writing.
Anything, yeah, anything either you magical types recognize is not one I learned.
Well, no, I am asking. Hey, is
Does
that
it
a
read
magic
magic?
circle?
Does it read as magic?
That's a
No.
Okay. Well, let's look around the rest of the room, and then I'll climb up and see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, you spend some time looking around the rest of the room. There are no secret doors.
Okay. Climb up.
No treasure laying in heaps.
Okay, do you really want to climb up?
I can't see the writing, right?
You can see it. You can't really see it well enough that you feel confident about, like, writing it down, transcribing it correctly.
Is it worth transcribing?
Well, it is after 10:30.
Oh, it's after 10:30. This
Yeah.
is a good time to quit.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what I was saying.
You can climb up on you can climb up on the dais at the beginning of the
Up
as
the
the first
next turn.
as the first item to happen in next week.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you everybody who was here for the stream. If you've enjoyed the stream and you're not yet following me on Twitch, please give me a follow. If you're watching this afterwards, after I've uploaded it to YouTube and you have enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel and click that like button. If you didn't like it on YouTube, click the dislike button. But either way, please leave a comment letting me know what you did or did not like about this video.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you for the loan of the dice. We're playing this again next week.
That is the plan, yes.
Remember to bring my own. Look a little
I
more
will
for
probably
the-
forget, but